Hi everyone, it's Miranda here from the Cherish Mum Space Coaching. How are you? It's so great to have you here today. What we're going to be talking about is gentle parenting your toddler. Now, this is a huge issue, and I've got a couple of different videos on this already, but I'm going to be sharing more about this today. So don't forget to stay to the end because you're going to find out three really good, big and amazing things that you need to remember when you are being a gentle parent to your toddler. Let's get started. Now, the first thing that we need to be focusing on here, the first tip that I'm going to be sharing with you today is when you are wanting to be a gentle parent with your toddler, to your toddler, you need to be, number one, understand that they are developing. All right, so they are still developing. They are actually trying to work out what's going on in the world. Their brains are not fully developed. Their bodies aren't fully developed, obviously. Their speech is often not fully developed. Okay, and their emotional regulation is definitely not fully developed at a toddler stage. Okay, so if we can understand, if you can come at whatever's going on in your space with your children, if you can come at it with an understanding that they're not fully developed and they need our help, that is going to go the longest way to be able to help you be a gentle parent, a parent who can really help their child. Okay, because if we're coming at them with a condemning sort of attitude and going, why aren't you doing this? And how come you don't get this yet? They're not going to get it yet because they're little. Okay, they're not going to get it yet, maybe even when they're 15. And that's okay because their brains are still developing. All right. So as a toddler, as a parent of a toddler, we need to be really aware and really empathetic with our toddlers and go, you know what, it's okay that you're still developing. It's okay that sometimes you can't do this and other days you can. You're working on your skills and that's okay. All right. And that's mental skills and processing skills and all the different skills that we need as a human to operate. So number two, really huge parenting tip, really huge tip that I've shared many times on this channel. If you watched my videos, try to watch your tone. Now, the way we respond, and I'm so guilty of this, the way we respond to our children, they don't necessarily hear our words, but they definitely hear our tone. So if you are going, oh, I really love the way you're doing that, they're going, oh, that doesn't really marry up. That's clearly sarcasm, but they are not going to understand that. We can use our tones to try and build a gentle atmosphere in our home, to try and build a space that our kids want to be in our home. Okay, so these are the sort of things that we want to be aware of, making sure that we listen to our tone, making sure that we're going, all right, I feel like shouting, but I'm just going to talk it down just a couple of notches. If you can do that, for starters, you're amazing. Okay, just even that is amazing. If you're frustrated or angry and you can bring it down a couple of notches, that's an amazing start. Okay, because each time you can start to bring it back a little bit, or over a broad amount of times, you can start to bring the average down a bit. That's fantastic. Okay, so watching your tone, because your tone is actually part of your body language. It's part of the way you are speaking. It's part of how you create a good atmosphere for your child. And it's also how you create a good communicative relationship between you and your child. So if you are communicating beautifully to your child and you show them that you're a safe person to be around, that you're someone who is safely caring about them, and I don't mean little airy fairy tones, just a calm, normal tone is completely fine. Like I'm talking in now, it might be a little bit more strained when you're trying to hold it in. That is completely fine. Okay, we need to deal with our anger. Yes, don't just hold it in all the time because otherwise we become someone who's raging. But we do need to try and keep the tone okay when the kids are having trouble themselves. Okay, because that then shows them that we understand them, that we're empathetic, that we want to connect with them, that we care, that we're a kind parent, and that we're a gentle parent, someone that they can trust. There you go. Number three. So number three is really interesting because it's something where you've got to get the balance right. Okay, so number three is all about being a gentle parent to your toddler requires us to be assertive, but it also requires us to know when to be flexible. Okay, so being flexible is very important. I'm a relief teacher and a coach and a mum and 100 other things. I know what we need to do to be flexible, right? So being assertive is also very important. If you're so flexible that your child just pushes the boundaries all around you, That is too flexible. Okay, if you are someone who's so assertive that your child can't change a thing in their life, okay, or can't make a decision that can we please go to the park today, or can't have any sort of flexibility with what's going on, then that can also present problems as well. Okay, so being assertive with your kids, but also knowing when to be flexible is very, very important. Do you find this hard? Do you find assertiveness? Do you find flexibility really hard? Is this something that you want to have more control over your child? Do you want to have more control over your life, over your environment, your surroundings? Okay, sometimes that can be a symptom or a clue that you might be struggling in some way. If you want to jump on and have a coaching call with me, I do 15-minute discovery calls, so you can just jump on and chat about what you need, and then I can say whether or not I'm the right person for you, because it's not always the case. Okay, so if you want, link below in the description. Otherwise, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I would love to know, what do you struggle with being a gentle parent of a toddler? Anyway, drop it below. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm Miranda from the Cherish Mum Space Coaching. Don't forget to check out A Chance to Cherish, my podcast that has just been launched. Bye.